welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. It already feels like it's been a rough month, huh? I still have a good feeling about this year, but you know, I feel like we just kind of got to get through the rough part first. I know, I keep saying that, but you know, it's something that I gotta believe, you know? I mean, shoot, they say that even a fake smile releases oxytocin into the system to, you know, help your mood. So, even just hope sometimes is what has to get you through, you know? I laid to rest a really, really good family friend a little while back, and I have to say, like, you know, a lot of these things are, Magnetize Yourself said that basically these things keep coming forward, these thoughts, these feelings, things like that keep coming forward to show you how much you've grown, you know, and to show you how far that you've come. And I mean, that's what I'm going to try and take it as, because I've got to, you know, I have come so far, and I have grown. I mean, I've you know, coped through death. I've coped with grief. I've coped with addiction, and it's not easy. You know, I'm usually saying you've got to take even survival as an accomplishment, because it really is. You know, because it's not easy to survive grief, any kind of grief. You know, it really isn't. It's hard to imagine a life beyond the people that you care about. You know, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people get lost in depression, or they wind up getting jaded, and it's just the pain will hurt that bad for, you know, a long time, not going to lie. But if you can integrate that, and if you can learn to coexist with the pain. I've talked before about Carl Jung's theory of shadow integration, and you know, just recognizing and, you know, the dark parts inside of yourself, including the pain, including the fear, and acknowledging them, sitting with them, and telling yourself that it's okay to be afraid. It really is. But eventually, you can't let the fear win. You know, you've got to make sure that you understand the fear and acknowledge it, and, you know, accept that it's going to be there. But if you don't take chances and risks in life, then, in my opinion, for me anyway, I might as well give up. And I'm not going to do that. You know, I've made that resolve that I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and do as much as I can, and you know, share as much as I can. You know, in one of the episodes of Surreal Minds, as a podcast that I listen to that talks a lot about Carl Jung, and they were saying that some people take the this knowledge and these lessons and things like that Carl Jung teaches, and they use that knowledge to help others. And that's what Eckhart Tolle does. He's on YouTube as well, and love his teachings. I mean, definitely very grounding, very, inspiring at the same time. Or you can turn it into resentment and be angry that the rest of the world doesn't see what you see. And he used the example of Nietzsche. And he was, I kind of took that as a choice. Do I want to be Eckhart Tolle or do I want to be a Nietzsche? And, well, me being here right now, I mean, I want to be an Eckhart Tolle. I want to help people. I want to help people understand, understand themselves, and understand other people. Especially when you're an empath, that's one of the hardest things to do, is understand that you are taking in you're taking in the emotions of not just yourself, but the people around you. And that's one of the hardest things to do. I just saw 444 on the counter. For this one anyway. But, but just acknowledging that you are an empath and that you are dealing with other people's feelings as well as your own. Sometimes that gives you a little bit of perspective. Are these feelings mine or do they belong to somebody else? Kind of gets you thinking about, okay, are these feelings mine? Why would I be feeling this way? Gives you a little bit of perspective. So, but yeah, it's very hard being an empath, especially in situations where people have to confront their past. And it's hard enough because you're confronting your own past and you're dealing with the feelings of other people who are confronting you as part of their past. So, I don't know. Sometimes I find a little bit of comfort in that, though, just knowing that I'm not the only one feeling this way. Kind of helps a little bit. But, and that was one of the reasons why the funeral was very hard. It's actually my cousin's funeral, this funeral, most of these funerals are pretty tough. It's not just about grieving the loss of somebody that you cared a lot about. It's also it's grieving your past. It's grieving, the you that you used to be, because that you is no longer around. I celebrated my 43rd birthday on the 15th, and it was actually really great, which provided, of course, a little bit more of a roller coaster, emotionally. But I did pick up this book at a flea market that one of my best friends took me to, and I don't know how to turn that around. It's On Life After Death. I know it's kind of hard to read backwards, but, well, deal. Just kidding. But it's been very comforting. I really enjoyed it. and I would really recommend it, especially for those that are grieving. It's very helpful and definitely puts a different perspective on things, you know. But I don't know, I went into being 43 with the knowledge that I've grown so much and I've come so far, and I'd like to share that with other people and help them grow and move forward as well. So if you like my style, agree with me, like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.